My goal in this Minecraft world is to transform this mushroom island into a colorful, magical kingdom, and doing it all in survival. It has been a hot minute, but we are back at it, grinding away for materials. Well, AFKing for materials, because I need a lot of blackstone for what we have planned for today's episode. The shoreline is getting a makeover. We'll relocate the very ugly offshore portal onto the island, and build a much-needed storage. But first, I am almost out of rockets, and living in this biome limits the opportunities to get gunpowder, as hostile mobs don't spawn here. Usually. And since there's a massive ocean nearby, we are going to start this video off by quickly building a creeper farm. But I need to head to spawn and disable my mob switch first. This farm is phenomenal when it comes to raids. There are so many creepers. Holy, look at how much gunpowder is here. This is just a couple of minutes of testing. I haven't even AFK'd yet. Now, this might seem a bit OP for rockets. It is way overpowered for rockets. But I do have future projects that are going to need a lot of TNT, so this is the perfect size for it. Now, the sugarcane? Definitely overpowered. I do not have any use for this much paper, so it is a bit overkill. I cannot believe I have waited so long to... Ah! Whoa. Whoa, that was really close. Anyway, I have been procrastinating these shorelines for a few reasons. 1, materials are going to take many hours to get. 2, it's very awkward to build because it's just the ocean on the floor. And 3, there is a block that I do not have yet. A coal block. I've been using concrete powder and black wool to create shadows and depth within the blackstone walls, but there is a sharp line between blackstone and black concrete, and the texture of the coal block really helps to transition the colors better. I need about 12 stacks of coal blocks for the entire shoreline. That's 6,912 pieces of coal. So we are going to build a wither skeleton farm. This is the portal to the nether roof. Way over here is the portal to under the nether roof. I have been using this portal since day 1, and before we even had wings, I rode back and forth every single time. I think it's time we move this over to the island. Are you serious? This stuff was in a shulker box. So I've lost a shulker box, and quite possibly everything else. While I look for what's left of my stuff, let me explain the plans for the farm. There is a fortress right there that is interdimensionally intertwined with the island. Convenient, but I'm not building it there. All of my nether farms are on the roof directly above us. I lost all of my smooth stone. This wither skeleton farm is too dimensional, meaning part of the farm is built in the overworld directly on top of the island, and that is neither effective or pretty. Also, I lost my shoes. So I have found another fortress a few hundred blocks away. It's far away from all my other farms, so we're gonna fly over there instead. I've turned particles off and lowered the render distance, so hopefully we don't have another mishap. Okay, let's regroup. Imagine this. I went the wrong way. Anyways, I'll be building Ian Exo4's peer pressure farm. Now, there are many wither skeleton farms to choose from, but this one gives me the most gains without having to build multiple different farms. The bones, gold, coal, and skulls will all be very useful. Now, if the chunks would render so I could see better. This is not a good place to land. Ow. Okay, a little bit safer, just don't look at the Enderman. Right, let's find the center of the farm. Now, how am I gonna get past these blazes? Maybe if I fly away, they'll despawn. So, I flew away. Well, I died. And when I came back, more spawned in. So... Okay. Walls are a method. Nice. Ow. Ow. Why am I so bad at this game? If there was a step-by-step tutorial about how not to die, and I don't mean tips or suggestions, but like an actual step-by-step tutorial for a nincompoop like me could follow. I would have popped 3 totems if I had them, so I don't think that's the answer. But then again, if I had totems, I would not have spent several more hours replacing all the items I've lost in the lava. So there's that. I lost my helmet and my chest plate because I kept dying. Ow. But the farm is built. If there's one thing I've gained, it's experience. In the form of XP. And coal. Lots and lots of coal. And we can finally start this long-awaited project. But first, let's gather materials. This will be the last time we see these unfinished coastal cliffs. We'll be building the north side of the island today just because of the scale of the project. It's just way too big to do it all in one go. So, let's get started. This is taking too long. I think I'm going to get a beacon. Those are some beautiful volcanic coastal cliffs. That empty area there, I have a build plan soon, but not today. Let's free cam for a better angle. I tried to depict a choppy, rugged shoreline with jagged edge rocks, all while maintaining smooth shadows. And since it's almost entirely made of blackstone, it was difficult to create a sense of depth, but I think I achieved that. I really like the way this turned out. I'll be fixing that ocean floor sometime in the future. I have a lot of chest monsters spread all around the island. This one is overflowed, as you can see. It started out tucked away down there, and it is full, mostly. There's another one over here. And this one is empty, but the rest are filled to the brim with junk. A few meters away is this one. And believe it or not, I actually cleaned this one up, and it's only about half the size. There are so much more across the island, and that is why. Let's see if I can land this. Yep, nailed it. Didn't almost completely miss the giant yellow platform at all. Anyway, I am going to build a bunch of mushrooms to use for storage. We'll build a couple over there, a couple more over there. There's a few planned by the iron farm. And I'll dot some more along the pathways. Then right there in the center is going to be the heart, a storage system machine that feeds all my items into these mushrooms. But first, I need some emeralds. I'm going to build 11 storage mushrooms in total, each containing another chest monster. Each has a specific category of items. Like, one will have all the wood variants and another will hold redstone components. You get the idea. I hope that this will cut down the time I spent gathering materials for projects. Every single project, I am left invariably stupefied with my time management skills. Everything takes 3 times longer than I predicted. Speaking of projects, here is where the portal has been moved to. It's well hidden right now, but it needed to be far enough away from the roof portal so that they didn't link. We'll be transforming this area a little bit later on. Since I'll need about 45 stacks of quartz block to build these mushrooms, I am heading over to my mason trading hall, which is why I needed all of these emeralds. I forgot my rockets, that's why we're walking over. You are all price gouging. I need this quartz, and you are getting a 3-fold return on my needs. My villagers are exploiting me. Not you, but you're still a prisoner. took a little longer than expected, but the outer shells of the storage buildings are done. And the addition of these mushrooms make the island look more complete. But there is still more work to do. This is all the chest monsters I have found, plopped together here where we'll build the redstone for the storage system. I tried my best to organize the chests while moving them, but there is so much to sort through that I just gave up and threw everything together. I am going to build Myzuma's item categorizer. It is a complicated redstone machine that I cannot explain, so I have built the complicated redstone machine thingamabob. The engine is here, and I just put a stack of chests in there to test. The minecart should be rolling back here any moment. There it is. Now, I do plan to cover... Oh! Did I just witness that? Why did you just fall into the machine? Yeah, that could break the machine, which is why I will be covering it up. Anyway, let's see if my chests have filtered properly. Looks like it's working. I have collected as many blocks as possible and categorized everything. One of each item as filters for the storage system. The empty slots are items that exist, but I don't have them quite yet. I forgot to take these out. I'm beginning to realize how disproportionate the estimated time and the actual time it takes completing this storage project. I thought that categorizing and sorting all these items would take an hour, tops. It's been 4. Building the machine with a schematic and easy place mode, I estimated 30 minutes. It took 2.5 hours. Dude, get back to work. I still need to dig out and set up the hopper lines to move all the items into the storage mushrooms. These mushroom shells took 45 minutes to build, each. And there were 11, and I still need to build the interiors. But I am very excited to have this done. Gone are the days when I farmed materials for each new project because I didn't want to search through a plethora of chest monsters scattered across the island. That said, let's get these hopper lines hooked up and all the item filters in place. One of these shulker boxes should sort into my variant block storage. The other should go to colorful blocks. I finished all the interiors and it's cute and cozy, just as intended. And everything is here. Oh, not the kelp. That was to make the bubble baiters for the items to travel through. Here is a workstation in the nooks, and I use barrels because they're a full block and it makes the place feel more cozy. Let's check the other store. This mushroom's smaller and I could only fit 1 elevator. So with a bit of redstone magic, let's head up. And a timer should switch the soul sand back to magma so we can get back down. There's the item elevator, another workstation. Oh, not that one. Our colorful blocks have arrived. Not the kelp, though. The barrels have a woody texture, like they were made from the trees on the mainland and then transported over here to the island. Since they're inside of a mushroom, the fungi feeds the wood, then sprouts the lush green foliage that you'd typically find in a natural forest. Anyway, we have one final thing to do before we end this video. The portal is looking a little unfinished right now. I can't even see it with all this mycelium in the way. And it's a bit of a pain to get over here, so let's change all that. Are you stuck, buddy? Mushies are the dumbest mob. There it is. And just like the other portal to the nether roof, I built all these large boulders with unique shapes, as though the fierce waves from the ocean formed them over tens of thousands of years. What I didn't realize until now is how my portal resembles something else. Something inadvertently derisive? Forgot to shear that twisting vine. Can you guess what it is? It looks like a jester hat. See it now? I'm not changing it though. It will forever be dubbed Jester's Portal. Anyway, good night everyone.